Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I'm Dr. Gail, and this is Susie. Thanks for joining us today. And we're going to be talking about the video that I did when I left Mount Shasta. There was a lot of paranormal activity going on when I was there, and Susie caught it on tape. I'm not the inspector of videos and pictures and things like that, like Susie is. So she will be going talking about it, and she'll be going through the video and showing the things that she's caught on the video. But let me say hello to the people who are in the chat. Hey, Pauline. Hey, White Dragon. Hey, Mary. Hey, Annie Bear. Hey, Ginger Sky. Thanks for joining us today. And this is going to be a real interesting show. Hey, Tina. And let's see who else is here. Hey, Fine and Phoenix. Hey, Dream Journey One. Let's see who else. Hey, Mary. Thanks for joining us today. Hey, Spirit Detective. Let's see who else. Hey, Rossi. Hey, Laurie. Let's see who else. I'll see all y'all talking to each other. That's great. Hey, Son of Watt. Hey, Sunbeam. Thanks for joining us today. And hey, Seascape. Thanks for joining us today. As we're coming in, I'll be saying hi to everybody. But we are going to be talking about the video. Hey, Rose Almazon, the Healing Rose. Thanks for joining us today. And who else do we have? Hey, Emmy J. Let's see, everybody's popping in now as we're getting ready to talk about the video that I did at Mount Shasta, the goodbye video. I was focused on trying to make the video and all the noise on the background with the snow blowers and the snow plows and everything that was going on. I was just trying to get through the video, and Susie started watching it and saw a lot of things going on. So she's going to be discussing the video with everybody. And and I'm just going to make an announcement. If Julie Hamill, if you're in the chat or in the background, I need to talk to you, and it's about the show I did with Val, but I can do it here on the show. So just let me know if you're in the chat, and I've got a message for you. Is what it is. I got a message that I need to give you, and so if you're in the chat, please let us know. And if you're not, go ahead and email me at Dr. Gail, drgailstarseed@gmail.com. But I have a message from your mother that she has been bugging me for the past 2 days to relay this message to you. So anyway, just let me know whenever, if you're here, and I'll give you the message at the end of the show. So, all right, Susie, go ahead and take it.
Okay, well, when did you make that video? The Goodbye to Mount Shasta video?
A couple of days before I left Mount Shasta. You mean the exact date?
No.
Okay.
We can figure it out.
I waited till there was a pretty sunny day. And also I was waiting for it not to be snowy and icy. So I had to be very calculative when I went up there, because you're going up the real curvy road up the mountains, and they do keep it open, but there are times when it's not as passable as others. So I had to really calculate my day to go up there. You can see how much snow there is. So you can see how you have to really look at when you're going up there and when you're not, or when it's easy to get up there.
Right, understandable. So you were filming on your phone, right?
Yes.
Okay. How technically advanced are you?
What a question. I am not. Not at all technically advanced, or even technically anything. My bangs are going crazy here. No, I am not. You have helped me. I mean, that's even how we met, was I was needing so much help technically that you offered your help, and that's how we met. So no, I do not have any technical skills.
Before you posted it, who saw that video?
No one.
Okay. And nobody else had any possession of that video?
No. No.
What were the conditions at the mountain, and who was around?
The conditions were cold. The sun was out, and it was still up there. It wasn't windy or anything. I didn't have any problems with the wind blowing my camera or anything around or my phone around, and it was actually a nice morning up there. It was in the morning, and nobody was around me. Nobody. I actually wouldn't have done the video if I'd had people around me. I just feel like when I'm doing something like that, I would be disturbing them. So I was off where nobody was located.
How cold was it?
It was probably what's normal up there. At least I think I remember it was like 22 degrees up there at that time.
Do you normally see birds or animals or insects at that temperature?
No, you'll see birds, but Mount Shasta just doesn't have, or in those mountains, not a lot of insects, not until maybe July or August in that time. But that time of year or that time, that's one of the beauties of living in that area is you're not dealing with insects. The only thing ever I had any problems with insects was ants and coming into my house during the summertime, but that's always summer. But up there in the mountain, no, there's no insects. There's nothing. You don't have to worry about the insects.
Right. Did you notice something flying around you during the video?
Yes, I did. And I'm going, what is this going on here? There are no insects up here. What is this thing doing bugging me here? Yes, I did notice it. And it was flying all around me. And I'm just going, what appropriate timing that I start this video. And here's this. I was thinking it was a big fly flying around me.
Did it seem super fast to you?
Yeah, it's very fast.
What do you think it was, and do you have any idea of its purpose?
Well, I mean, at that time or now?
At that time.
At that time, I just thought it was a fly. There's Julie. Julie, excuse me. Don't go away. At the end of the video, I have end of the show, I have a message from you from your mother. So thanks for showing up, Julie. She's been bugging me for the past couple of days. So at the end of the show, I'll have a message for you. Okay. So I just thought, what is this? Of all days, I'm doing this video, and here is this fly flying all around me when there's no insects up here. What is it doing to this one lonely insect that is flying around me? I thought, just my luck is what I was thinking, to be dealing with this insect.
How large did you think it was?
It seemed like a horsefly, like the size of a horsefly. Everybody knows what a horsefly is.
Yeah. Can your guides possibly tell us what the flying anomaly was?
Yeah, they had. You asked me that. You said you're going to ask that question, so I already started asking the question, and it turns out to be. I know it's an elemental, and I know y'all have all heard talk about the elementals, and it turns out it was my guy who was riding on the P that I first met as an elemental. So he's part of the air or fairies or what, he's part of air. So it turns out it was him. And he was actually the leader of the elementals. He was the one that was pretty much taking my hand and helping me through everything. So it was him. It's him on that. It wasn't a P that time, but it was him.
So at one point, I saw the flying anomaly go up to the tree line, turn into some lighted figures on the tree. I mean, this was all in a flash. I did capture it. It was not easy. I have them isolated in my photos. That was also that elemental.
No, those are the gnomes. Those are the gnomes that are in the trees, and the gnomes. That's how I met them. Is in the trees. So when you first told me, you go, something's in the trees, and I said that was the gnomes, because that's how I met them, and that's how they always presented themselves, was in the trees.
Okay, because I felt like the flying anomaly went towards the trees. I don't know. I just saw some lighted spots or figures pop up into, that area as it, I thought, flew by. So you're saying two different.
Right. Well, as I was saying, the elemental, and as if y'all see my past videos about the elementals, this guy one night these people showed up on fruits and vegetables, and he was the one riding a pea, and he was the one in charge, and he feels like he's the one that has been in charge even of the gnomes, like he's the one that kind of is the leader of all the elementals, and so if he was flying up and back and forth from the tree to the gnomes and to me, so it would make sense because he is the one. I'm not sure he's the leader, but he's my guide through the elementals. He's the one that I guess was maybe in charge of me, but he was like a normal human-looking being, a male riding a pea when I first met him, and I woke up in the middle of the night seeing all these elementals flying around me on all these fruits and vegetables, and of course I thought, well, I must need to eat more fruits and vegetables, and went back to sleep. Well, I was awakened like 3 different times. And then finally I was like, okay, it's time to pay attention. And so he was the one that was the most present at that time. And he has also been, as I said, he must be the one that's my connection to the elementals, the main one. But I did meet the gnomes before I met him. In fact, I did some work with the gnomes before I met him. But he seems to be my main connection to them.
It's interesting that he was able to get into that form.
Yes, and also what's really strange about all that is I had asked several days before that video where I would have any tangible evidence of being in Mount Shasta when I left. And they said, yes, you would have tangible evidence. And then when you started examining this video, I'm going, okay, well, there's my tangible evidence. Yeah, they said I would have some.
Right. I mean, it was, I mean, the speed at which he was flying around, I mean, it was, I mean, fractions of a second from here to there. Like on my computer, I would constantly hitting pause. It was constantly hitting pause, on and off, trying to catch, the action or the manifestation of the image. On my phone, I was just clicking in the screensaver constantly, just trying to pick up these pictures. Sometimes click, 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 click. And that's how I was able to isolate these pictures. And I enlarged some of them, or a lot of them, and so I can show those pictures now.
Yeah, that'd be great. I just wish we had seen them in how I had seen them in the beginning, where they were all riding on fruits and vegetables. I wish we could have seen them riding on that pea.
That would have been amazing. Yes,
that would have been amazing. But I guess that wouldn't have been. If I had seen that, of course, I would have been stopping the video, going, "Holy crap!" So yeah, go ahead and see some of the pictures.
Okay. And it has really interesting wings, don't you think?
Mm-hmm. It does. I think what they're telling me is he was in that form because they are part of the fairies, or whatever you want to call them. And so he showed up in this form for me not to stop what I'm doing, Because, as I said, if he's shown up riding a pea at him, I'd be going, "Oh, stop, stop, stop." And you can see how much snow there is. I mean, that snow up on Mount Shasta is unbelievable, how much snow there was. And I'm just going, of all the times, there are no insects up here. It's too cold. And here is this fly bugging me during the video.
Look like a giant bumblebee in some of the shots, but then you look at it and it's like, I've never seen anything like this.
White Dragon saying, "Oh my gosh, that looks like a golden snitch from Harry Potter."
There's one of the light beings I caught, or
Yeah,
elementals in the tree.
and those are the gnomes, which I work with them. I worked with all of them a lot in Mount Shasta. They came to me needing some help.
Like that shot really looks like a human form. I mean, it's not, but I'm just saying. You get more definition there. So those are some of the real close-up ones. And then
Here it comes into me.
yeah, so I took a bunch of shots right from the video straight up. Oh, some of these it's hard to see it. There it is on the right far side, up a little bit.
I'm glad I didn't swat at it.
Me too. Okay, there it shows up on the snowbank on the right. Then you could see up in the tree on the right the gnome.
Yeah, Cheryl, they were probably saying goodbye. I think they were. I think they were saying thank you. Thank you to everybody. Thank you for your energy here. I think that's what they were saying to me.
Okay. Not sure.
Yeah, Pauline, this is in Mount Shasta in California. That's where I was at. I have just now arrived in South Carolina.
I think it's shooting out on the right side there. Yeah. Yeah, the right upper side in front of the snow. Yeah, it's almost off the screen on the right. And came back into the shot there. That's a little hard to see. And up on the right again, a little bit high there.
Yeah, Spirit telling you, yeah, she did a great job. Susie's done a great job capturing all this. As I said, I was oblivious to it all until Susie started asking me questions about it. And I just didn't think of anything about it.
Yeah. Then you can see the gnome up in the tree again. And then you can see there's nothing in the tree in this shot. Oh, okay. Some of these might be duplicate shots. Might be something going on in the tree there, maybe. Okay. And on the right side again. On the right side, a little high on the snow.
This is a video that I did when I was, and it is up on, if anybody wants to go back and look at it, see if you can capture anything. This is, you can go back on and look at that. That's a great picture there.
The eyes are really super big. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
I mean, I could play part of the video and we can look at some of the shots from there if you want.
Sure, if you want to.
Okay.
It's weird looking at myself.
I mean, like, it's really hard to capture this stuff. It's like you have to click pause on and off.
I wouldn't have had the patience to do this. I'm glad you do.
It took me a while. Let me see. Let me try 30 seconds. There you go. You can see it on the far right. And then it just flew by again on the right. Let me go to 101. Should be flying by on the right. Yeah, I mean, it was hard to see, but let's try 124. Darts from the back of your head to the right side of the frame near the snowbank. Oh, wait a second, 124.
Narrow white dragon of the sea. Bumblebees can't survive in cold temperatures instead because they don't have access to enough food to survive in winter. That's pretty much all insects up there. There are just no insects when it's cold like that. Spirit detective, did the elementals make any noise? Oh my gosh, my story about the elementals. The very first time they woke me up out of this deep sleep, they were noisy. They just went, "We're the elementals," and I'm going, "Okay, all right, thank you for introducing me. I'm going back to sleep." No, we're the element. I mean, they were super noisy. The noisiest things I have ever dealt with were the gnomes. They are noisy. Sorry to interrupt, Susie. I'm just seeing the questions.
Yeah, oh no, it's all good. There it is on the right side by the snowbank. Let's see if I can catch number 204. Just went by a few times there. Let's see what else I can catch something. 308. Between 308 and 309, it flew across the background to the front right side. Yeah, I saw it. Did you see it? I saw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I want to see the one that goes up to the trees, is where the gnomes are again. No, you keep them going. You'll get there.
I'm not 100% sure where that was. I know I saw it, and then but I didn't timestamp it at the time, and like I've had a heck of a time trying to find the exact moment of it.
Yeah. And Cheryl, do the Yetis live in Mount Shasta? Yes, they do.
It was at the tippy top. Let's see if I can catch that again. Yeah. It was way at the top next to the tree. Okay, 350. At 350, it flies into and out of the frame, then across the frame to the other side. Let's get to 350. Did you see that?
One more time. Back up that again.
Oops.
I believe it was upstaging me.
So fast. All right, let me go to 457. There's only 2 more. We'll check out. This the right top corner darts in and out. Whoa.
No, yeah. Right into the camera.
458.
Spirit detective, yeah. Susie has more patience than I do when I capture orbs. She does. I'd have never had the patience to do that.
Last one, 458. This should be going up to the trees, to the top right, somewhere along here. Yeah, oh, there it is. That's a good shot.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll end on that one.
All right. Well, thanks, Susie. I mean, that was great. As I said, I'd have never had that kind of patience to go through it and do that. Of course, I don't know that I would even thought about doing that either. And what made you even think I need to look at this a little more closely? I mean, what was it that struck you to take a closer look?
I saw things flying around the video when I watched it for the first time. I did notice that I think a couple other people who commented that they saw something fly by, and I just started screen shooting it, parts of the video, and landed on those pictures.
And then where the patients come from to go through it in that detail.
Curiosity. I don't even know what the heck it was. You didn't know what it was at the time.
No, I knew there was something was flying around, and I knew it was like, and it kept darting in front of me, and I'm just going, of all the places, this one fly, there are supposed to be insects here, flying in and out. I'm going, of all the times.
Yeah, so we got the gnomes and the elementals. Cool.
Yeah. And that's who I work with, was gnomes and elementals. And I think here, now that I'm in South Carolina, which they've called me here, I'm supposed to be working with the whales, but I'm also supposed to be working with the water elementals, which they tell me the sprites that I'm going to be, I think that's how you say it, the sprites that I'm going to be working with here. So I will be meeting them probably as soon as I settle down. Also, I've got new beings in the 7th dimension that I'll be working with also, which they're tapping their foot again. That they started off tapping their foot, wanted me to take my time to meet them, and it took me 2 days before I did it, and now they're starting to tap their foot again, waiting for me. But before I forget it, also Julie, your mother, speaking of coming to me, tapping their foot, she has come to me ever since I was on Val's show and we did a reading for me. And I want you to verify for me that you are the one that we were talking about. You have a grandson and that you wanted a message from your mother. I wanted you to verify that you are the one. Val looked it up for me because I didn't have the access to the chat like she did at that time because we were streaming from her show. And Julie, just make sure it was your grandmother. And it was you were asking for a message. And are you the one that has the grandchild that you're raising? Julie, are you the one that had, are you the one that is raising the grandchild?
Yes.
There she is. Okay, okay, all right. Well, here's the message, Julie, and I hope I don't stumble over these words. Um, your grandchild is special. You have been chosen to raise him because he is very special. You will allow him to be who he is. And it's going to be, and I'm sorry to say this, you're probably going to be running some rough times trying to raise him because he is so special. He is, he will be something in the future special for everybody. And you have been chosen because you will allow him to be who he is. And I'm not real sure about his future or anything. I just know that you have been chosen to do that. And so I just want to let you know, and that's what they've been trying to tell me, that this journey that you're on, and she is with you on this journey, and that you are raising a special child. And the reason you've been chosen is because you allow him to be, I think it was a him. I'm not sure if it was him. I think it was a him. He will be allowed to be who he is. So I just want to let you know she has been with me the past couple of days needing to give you that message, because she just didn't want you to think that you were raising this child or ended up with this child, but there was a reason why you ended up with this child, more than the external reasons that you ended up with the child. There was a bigger plan for that. So just let me know, Julie. Was it a male child, and how old is it? It's very hard. How old is it a male child, and how old is he? It's very hard. Yeah. So how old is it? First off, is it a male, and how old is he? Yeah, I think I was the one that was telling you to get the two books and hide one of them. The bitch book. Get the bitch book. Yeah, Cheryl. Hats off to Julie. Yeah, she has a special purpose, and it's going to be hard. But as I said, the reason why it's so hard is because he is special. So, Julie, are you still here? I hope you're okay with this message, because she surely wanted to get it out there. He just turned 19. Oh, so he's rebellious, and it is a male. He's 19. Okay. And so he is being probably rebellious, and it's because he's being misunderstood by everybody. So that's a lot of what's going on, and he doesn't even know what's going on, and you're going to have to help him through some of these things. I, I, I'm not sure how to. I'm not sure how to tell you how to. I guess what me telling you this, I think this is supposed to help you, and just to let her, as I saw her, she's holding your hand, she is with you, and you can turn to her and ask her questions and get some guidance on how to. Um, it's almost like lead him or let him be who he is and let him talk. And he's probably struggling with the things that are coming in and is not telling anybody about what's happening. So there's probably a lot of struggle that's going on there, Julie. So I think you recognizing it, or you knowing this, might help you in how to deal with him. I'm hoping it does. Anyway, I'm hoping that helps, Julie. But if you have any more questions, just give me a call or email me at drgailstarseed@gmail.com. And she's very happy with me giving you this message. So anyway, she is available. She is there. She will help you with this journey, and she is holding your hand through this journey. So anyway, I think this awareness is probably going to help you deal with him. I take him to a psychiatrist once a week. Okay, well, good, Julie. That would be probably in, maybe you want to look at more some spiritual helps, because I call shamans the psychiatrists of the metaphysical world. So you might want to look at a little bit more alternative. If he's receptive, I think he's going struggle with that, with any of this, but it is there. And he will eventually, at 19, he's going to fight everything you say. So, but anyway, just knowing who he is, that he is special, is probably going to help you. So, okay. Anyway, it's a big, heavy thing to put onto you, Julie. But anyway, so there you go. All right, Susie, anything else?
Did you have any other messages today?
That's all. And it is because on the mediumship, I don't do as many mediumships unless they're bugging me. And then we just happen to do that on Val's channel, which that is how I started, was connecting to people who passed. And that's very strong for me and very easy for me to do that. And so when I do connect, they will bug me to death until I get that message out there. And so that's all the message I had. So.
I thought maybe Bazaar had another message.
Oh, I was going to do a little short video on that, but I can go ahead and give that message to everybody. Bazaar, as you know, our channel, he had a message for everybody, and he said, he's talking about star seeds. He says, you are already what you call star seeds. You all are ready to step into your destiny. You are in the process of stepping up. And then he was showing me a person that had almost like static, like watching static on TV, and it was going through the whole body. It was just static. And he says, you may feel scrambled as your frequency changes with your DNA. This is only temporary. It will get better. So anyway, he was just showing me that all the star seeds are having their DNA upgraded and their frequency changed, and that we're all now just all like a scrambled TV set right now, but it is going to get better. So anyway, White Dragon is Bizarre, an Arcturian. No, actually, he's human, but he has been in many different forms. He is one of the ones that I travel with. There's 3 beings I travel with, and he is one of the ones that we go from planet to planet and help raise the vibrational raise, bring it to the next level. And he travels with me. This is my 3rd time to do this. I'm the only one in human form. The other 2 are not. But he is human. So, and anyway, and he's like a 7th dimensional human, and he's actually the one that has brought my vibration up. Because when I first met him, I was shaking. I mean, we all go up and down the steps and going in all these different dimensions, but I've worked easily in the 5th, but I have never actually worked in the 7th. And so he has brought me up to be able to start working in the 7th dimension. So, but anyway, there we go. So anything else?
Do you have any other comments about the energies that everybody's going through?
Cheryl, yes, I feel pretty scrambled. But that was a funny view of what you're showing all of us that we were going through. So it will get better. White Dragon, he feels like Turian to me, at least when I talk to him about you. We have, I think our first planet that we went on was Arcturus. And so that's why you would be getting that feeling, because for me, you know, I'm Arcturian, but he shows himself to me as human, but they have been in human forms. Like he might have been in Arcturian form when we were Arcturus. I just know that I'm the only one that's in the human form here, and he presents himself as, and not just a human. He is a giant human. In fact, he was the one that when I was on Jeff Maher's show, when he first, I met him before, but I didn't know it was when he put his hand on my shoulder, this humongous hand on my shoulder and telling me to calm down. That was him, but he's huge. So anyway, all right. Well, Susie, thanks for doing this, and thanks for the patience for watching the video. Thanks everybody for joining us, and all my new subscribers, old subscribers, and the moderators, keeping it a safe place to talk about. So anyway, all right, thanks, and everybody have a great weekend. We will see you on Wednesday when we're going to be doing all about aliens. Is that right, Susie?
That's correct. Bring your alien questions.
So we'll be doing that on Wednesday, and it will be at 4 o'clock Eastern Time and 1 o'clock Pacific Time. So thanks, everybody, and we'll see y'all later. Have a great weekend. All right, bye-bye. Bye.